Hello, hello everybody. Modern Day Nanny here. Oh, how's it going? Okay, well, I was looking, this is the last plant that was in the house. And look at this thing. This aloe vera has completely and totally outgrown her pot. She has had so many little offspring that it is time to definitely do some transplanting. I don't know if everybody has really good luck with aloe vera or if it's just me. Now this one was in the bathroom facing south, I believe. So it gets some sun. Let me see, east, right, with my directions. I know that's east, west, so south. Yep, so it's facing south. Anyway, so I am running out of pots. Oh, and I also picked up a couple of these out of the bathroom plant. Now it's not really getting any sun, but it seems to be doing fine in there. It's one of those airplane plants. I think we can just plant these right in the dirt. I'll just plant them together since that one's so flimsy. But yeah, I've just got a bunch of little pots now. These I'm gonna go ahead and stick in the kitchen, and I feel like I tried, like maybe put a leaf or something in these, but they got too wet and they rotted. I was gonna try to propagate something, so we're just gonna reuse them. And I need some flowers on my ledges in my kitchen windows. They also face south, and they do really well there. I've just got one aloe vera in there, and I think it's okay for this year not to repot. So anyway, yeah, so maybe we'll go ahead and let's just put both of these, you know, and just make sure when you put them in the dirt that the little, where the roots are or are going to be, are pointing down into the soil. Do we want it in our red or yellow? Don't think it matters, so let's just go ahead and make a little hole in the middle. Now these pots, part of the problem was they don't have any, oh no, they do have drainage in the bottom. So they do have drainage. I don't know if they just got too wet or what, but anyway, you know what? We'll try it with something else, right? And I have the little bases for these, so I'll stick them in the window. And it's as easy as that, guys. You know, those little airplanes you can just cut off or pinch off, you know, when the babies pop out, and start yourself a new plant. Okay, so that's that airplane one. Okay, now, oh boy, I think I'll just dump this out on the table. Now I've got some I'm gonna do inside. I thought I'd painted this pot kind of yellow. It's been all kinds of colors. It's got drainage also, so I might put it in a window in the kitchen. I could also put it back upstairs. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back upstairs in my bathroom window. I'll just take a bunch out. Now my daughter, she wanted some plants, so I'd given her a nice one of these when I separated this, maybe just back in the spring. And it's, you know, it's a nice, pretty nice big one. So we'll go ahead and pull these aloe vera apart and see what we've got. I'm just gonna take the whole, oh, it's good and dry. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay it here on the table. And you know, just look at all these babies. It's just amazing to me how many. I'm just gonna start pulling it apart. Now there's a couple of super nice big ones. I think this must have been more like well, there's several that are big, so I think this one's probably the mama. And so let's go ahead and just put her in this big pot I'm gonna give my daughter. Now This does not have drainage, so I put some rock in the bottom, you know, made it like a rock bed, so that if it does get overwatered, then it will kind of have a place for the water to grow. Okay, let's tuck our roots down in there, get them nice and down in there. Okay, and yeah, this is getting on the tail end of my last bag of the Miracle Grow potting soil, so probably have to go get another one. I need to do it, you know, I still got plenty of time, but I'll do it before the season ends, that's for sure. Now, I believe these like to be just like this one, completely dried out, and then give them a good watering. So obviously you don't have to do it that often. And of course that's going to be, they're going to dry out according to where you've got them, the climate you've got them in. But like I said, they do really well. Of course these seem to just do really well for me. They're probably just easy to grow. And like I said before, if you have a cut or a sunburn or something, you know, you just pull a leaf off, open it up, and put the aloe vera straight on your skin. I do that quite a bit. Okay, so there's that one. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, so we've got some other big ones. Now I had this pot, actually, I believe this is originally what the airplane plant came in. It had several in it. It was like one of those things you get at a florist or, you know, the grocery store floral or something. So I'm not sure if we want to put like a nice sized one in here and then maybe put some other things. Maybe put it to the side a little bit so it can grow. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's not put it, let's tuck those roots in. Let's not put it straight in the center. Let's kind of put it over to the side, and we can put some more things in it. We can set this on our front porch because we've got red and it's covered, right? So it's only going to pretty much get the water that I give it. Okay, I'll have to put some other stuff in there. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 more good sized pots, but then we wanted to take this one and put it back. So let's make sure we get one in here. And then we'll go from there. So yeah, I hope everybody that's a mom of any kind had a nice Mother's Day. We're still celebrating. It's after the fact, but we're all going out. I think to Mexican tonight. I think the whole crew is going, so that'll be really nice. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh my gosh, look at, oh, here's the big one. Okay, so that one wasn't the mama. Oh my gosh, look at that. Well, this is the biggest pot I've got, so I guess I'll keep the mama and just get her put down in here. She's growing around the rocks and everything. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get her down in here. We'll make sure we get those roots in there nice and tucked in. Okay? Yeah, I think that'll do. All right. Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and use this dirt. It's a little more convenient to put around it. It's got some rock in the bottom, so we better just get it out of the bag. Anyway, oh yeah, so I don't know if you all saw my my video. I think it was the propagating one, which That's not going so great. Well, okay. The deal with that is I wasn't really thinking about it, and it's hard to tell with the lavender. If you did see that one, I did lavender, the pothos, and the African violet. Well, silly me, the African violet is obviously a house plant. I didn't take it inside. It rained, poured a bunch, got the leaves all wet, which can't really get the leaves wet for African violet, so they pretty much rotted right off the bat. So that was that. We'll have to try that again and take them in the house if I get some more leaves. The lavender, it's a we'll see, but I think the pothos is doing pretty good. So yeah. Okay, so that was the mama. All right. Ooh, that's heavy. All right, we'll put her in there and we'll take her back up to the bathroom. Okay, now I'm gonna have, look at all these babies. How adorable is that? Oh, that is so stinking cute. They just make all these babies. Look at, okay. We'll set all the little tiny babies over there. I think that's it. Okay, oh my gosh, you guys. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then these little babies. Oh boy. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pots. Okay. All right, so what should we do? Should we put, let's see what we've got here. Here's a nice one. We'll put this one in here. And this can sit in the kitchen window. Like I told you guys before, my kitchen is kind of yellow and red themed. Well, my dishes are actually these colors. These might even be that Fiesta ware. I don't know. I don't think they are, but I have those Fiesta ware dishes. I'll tell you what though, I got those a long time ago, and they've been through 4 kids, and they weren't that expensive, you know, for a set. I don't remember now. It's been so long ago. I got probably got like 4 of the yellow and 4 of the red sets. Like I think 1 plate chipped, and who knows what happened there, you know what I mean, with 4 kids. Okay, look. Anyway, I was going to tell you, yeah, if you watch that propagating video, I was talking a little bit about my personal history. Now, oh gosh, is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow I see the therapist again. So that's been a couple of weeks since I had that video out. Anyway, I've been working on stuff. I've been doing some stuff. We actually, I don't know if I told you I went up to Chicago last weekend. Not just this past weekend, but the weekend before. Anyway, I went with my girlfriends. We had a blast. We actually went, and this is gonna sound crazy, okay? I don't even think I told my kids, so haha, kids. This is what I was doing. We went to a tantric dating event. Okay, now, before you get all riled up, I think people think of tantric and they think right off the bat of, in America anyway, of sex. No, it had nothing to do with that. And I don't know enough about it to speak, you know, on it proficiently, but it's basically a connection, making a connection with other human beings, a real deep level connection. So it was men and women, you know, it was designed to, because it was a dating event. Now I've heard of like the speed dating where you go and you know, do like 5 minutes and you zoom, hey, how are you? I've never done one. I've never done anything like this, but they wanted to go. I was like, yes, I'll go along. But I'll tell you about it. But what it did for me was help to open me up a little bit as far as even entertaining the idea of, you know, having something close or connecting with a man. And you know, I'm sure there are several reasons for that, but the main reason is, you know, I've told you in previous videos that I got married when I was 18, and I was married for 33 years, and my husband passed away. It'll be 7 years in September. So, I kind of tried to like a few guys, and kind of, I had no idea what I was doing whatsoever, right? How would I know? I mean, because it's like you look at someone my age and you think, oh, you know, they've got experience, they know what they're doing. What? No. Okay, now this is because I got married when I was 18 and had no prior experience really before that, because before that happened, which I definitely alluded to in the video where I was doing the propagating, look for that one if you want to hear about it from the beginning, propagation and personal history. Before that happened, I got into a horrible situation where I was, okay, I don't really know how to start unless I just tell you kind of from the beginning what happened. And that's been really hard to even talk about or open up about. So, you know, I'll just do what I feel comfortable with. And it's really helping me too, because I've really been looking a lot into how to write a memoir. I don't know how to write a memoir. How would, you know, I'm not a writer. But this story just keeps on wanting to be told, and I have pushed against it. I pushed against it for a long time, but as I may have said in the one about personal history, I'm obviously more healed now than I've ever been, and there are also other people involved. You know what I mean? When you go telling your story, you're also, in a way, telling other people's story. Maybe they don't want their story told, you know? So, yeah. Just a lot to consider, a lot of anxiety about it, a lot of self-consciousness, and really, for years and years and years, feeling like it was all my fault. This whole thing was all my fault. If I had not been a bad girl, none of this would have happened. And, you know, I've really had to work through that, but I've really felt that way for years. I took it upon myself to place all the blame on myself. I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, when you're a child and you are doing your thing, living your life, you're the center of your world. You think you're the center of everything. When you're a child, that's normal. That's natural. So, you know, that's psychology 101, right? You are the center of the universe. So I think at 13, I still definitely thought that. Plus, I also started getting very, very angsty, very kind of angry that nobody, I felt, nobody was paying attention to me, meaning my parents. Nobody cared about what I was doing, who I was seeing, how I was doing in school. That's how I felt. You know, you can only tell your story, and I'm finding this with my research on memoir things. You can only tell your story from your point of view. And the interesting thing about that is everybody else has got a different point of view, right? They come at it differently, they see it differently, they might not remember it like you remembered it, and that's okay. There have definitely been times in the past where I've been talking with my sister. Now she's 2 years older than me, where she recounted something, or I recounted it to her, and she's like, that's not how it happened. And there have definitely been times where after she explained it to me, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. But there are also other times, now those are kind of like events, but there are also other times when I'm like, no, that's not what happened. That's not the way I remember it. That's, you know, and I think that's, you know, my point proven. You can be two people in the same environment, potentially experiencing the same event, and experience differently, and that's okay, right? You can have your idea of what happened, and it is what happened from your eyes, and somebody else might have a different idea. Here's a little baby coming out of the end of that one. We'll just leave it on the root there and see if it pops up. It probably will. Anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of where I was at, and you know, I'm thinking about this in terms of where I was at the time, and that's truly how I was feeling. I can go back and I can recall just feeling, trying to find something else to put these in. God, look at all the aloe vera. I hope you guys can see all this. Should I put another here? I'll put a baby in here. I'll put another baby in here. There you go, honey bun. There. I maybe could even put another baby. Let's put another baby. We could maybe put them all in here, honestly. Let's just stick all these babies in here and see what they do. So yeah. It was tough. It was tough. I felt like I had absolutely zero supervision, which is true. My sister would say the same thing on that one. I'm just kind of starting to think about all this stuff. The one memoirist said, just basically word vomit your story out, which, sorry, is kind of what I just did to you. But that's a little bit of the pre-story of all the craziness that ensued. And this whole story that I'm going to try to write and make some sense of and make a memoir out of is an 18-month period where everything went really bad. And I'm really thankful that it's all worked out. And yeah, we can talk about it more. But yeah, that's kind of the preliminary on that one. So Anyway, all the stuff's rolling around in me now, but I feel like, you know, so many of us have stories to tell, and we all have situations we've been through that are possibly horrifying to incredibly uncomfortable. You name it, right? So, yeah, if you can identify, I'm probably going to be talking a little bit about it here and there, not every video, you know, but yeah, this is going to be a process for me, and we're going to talk, and we're going to craft, and we're going to be out in the yard doing stuff, and whatever else we can do. I'll put in each video if I'm going to talk about personal stuff. So if you don't want to hear it, you know, you don't have to. But this is kind of what the direction I'm going on in my life. I want to, you know, I want it to be able to help people. I feel like I'm just so compelled to tell this story now that I've got to do it. I don't have any time left to be like later, tomorrow, next year, next decade, whatever. I've got to start this process. So anyway, that's a little bit of back history on that. Okay, so look at this, you guys. And I'm sure that plant was, you know, everything that was in here was, this plant was originally transplanted from something else. So out of this pot, all of this stuff, all of this stuff was in this one pot. How crazy is this? So I got my daughter a plant for work, and bugs. I don't even know. Several for my kitchen. I'm gonna put this one back in the bathroom, and all this soil is pretty damp as it is, so I'll probably give it all just a little drink just to like help the roots, but then I'm gonna wait. We're gonna do something else with this. Let me get some more stuff together, and we'll do something else with this pot. And like I said, it can go on the front porch where it's not gonna get tons of rain. We'll just have to water it. I've already got one little one up there now. So okay, you guys, I will talk to you later, and you know, I'll pick up on, like I said, the story situation. Leave a comment if you're okay with that, if you're not okay with it, if you have something to say. And as we get further into it, you know, I'm really hoping that I'll have some people that will want to also join in and talk about, you know, maybe something that's gone on with you that we don't talk about. These are things we don't talk about, you guys. And oh man, I'm just at the point where I just feel like I have to. So, you know, it's scary, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but it'll work out. I think just put one foot in front of the other and start, which is probably one of the hardest parts, and go from there. So I am writing, and I'm talking to you guys. So, okay, Modern Day Nana. I'll see you soon. Bye.